Hi, my name is Vanessa van Dijk, and in this video I'm going to show you how you can use Neutrogena's Hydro Boost Water Gel and Gel Cream. And the major difference is that the water gel contains dye and fragrance, whereas the other one doesn't, and the overall formulation changes a slightly bit. Still, both are very hydrating gel-like moisturizers that can be used on all skin types. And you can use one of them in the morning and or evening, or whenever you feel the need daily, and add it as your moisturizing step. Now, I want to emphasize that both include hyaluronic acid, which is a hydrating ingredient. It's not an exfoliant, which often gets confused as an exfoliant, but hyaluronic acid hydrates the skin and plumps the skin, while at the same time both contain dimethicone, which helps to prevent any water loss because it works like a protective seal on the skin surface, as well as protects the skin from any environmental damage. And so when using one of the moisturizers, they can be used on its own. So you can just go ahead and wash your face with your favorite cleanser, then apply the moisturizer to the skin, and during daytime when being exposed to the sun, follow with sun protection. And that's basically it. This is how simple you can keep it. However, if you have any other skincare products at home and you want to use it along with them, that's completely fine. You can use one of the moisturizers along with any other skincare products which you may have at home. They do not conflict with anything. And so the way on how you can do this, if you now say, well, I want to include it in my morning skincare routine, well, then go ahead and start off by washing your face using your favorite cleanser that's working well for your skin type and needs. So if you have dry skin, look for a cleanser that's suitable for dry skin. If you have oily skin, look for one that's great for oily skin. Wash your face with your cleanser, rinse it off, pat the skin dry. Then immediately move on to your hydrating and soothing toner. If you should have one at home, this will be the next step after cleansing. Apply your toner to the skin, leave it on the skin. And then follow on with any serums and or treatments accordingly to your skin concerns. When layering different serums and treatments, follow from the thinnest to the thickest texture. This is how you're going to layer them. And if you should have a gel or cream-like treatment at home, I still recommend using it before applying the Hydro Boost Gel, Water Gel Moisturizer or Cream Moisturizer, because both of them include dimethicone, which may influence the penetration of anything that will follow afterwards. So if you are using treatments for specific skin concerns, use it before applying the moisturizer to make sure that you're getting most out of it. And then follow on with the Hydro Boost Moisturizer, and then during daytime follow with sun protection to protect the skin. And so when it comes to an example of an evening skincare routine, it's going to look very similar. So you're going to get started with washing your face using a suitable cleanser for your skin type and needs. You may want to do a double cleanse by using an oil or balm cleanser at first, and then your usual daily cleanser to make sure that everything comes properly off the skin, such as sunscreen and or makeup. Rinse it off, pat the skin dry. Then again, if you want to add a toner to the skincare routine, this would be the next step after your cleansing step. If you have an exfoliant at home, this would be then the next step after your toning step, and then again follow on with any serums and treatments from the thinnest to the thickest texture, and then finish with the Hydro Boost Moisturizer, either the water gel or gel cream moisturizer, and that's going to be the last step in your evening skincare routine. And so this would be another way on how you can set up an evening skincare routine. Of course, your toner, exfoliant and treatments overall are optional steps. You do not have to include them if you do not have them or if you do not need any of them. Then that's fine too, to keep it as simple as possible. And so if you find example skincare routines helpful, which I have prepared for you in PowerPoint slides, you can download them in the description box down below. But as of now, I want to keep my focus on the entire application, and I want to keep it as simple as possible and focus on the two major parts, which is cleansing the face, so that you then can apply the water gel or gel cream moisturizer to the skin, and you're going to apply it on a freshly washed and clean face. So those are the major points that I want to emphasize when it comes to the demonstration, as well as how much you need to use and how you can properly apply it all over. So I'm going to get started now with the first step, which is the cleansing step. And so I have one example right here, which is Neutrogena's Hydro Boost Gel Cleanser. That's just one example, since we are going to keep the focus on the same line. If you have a different cleanser at home that works well for you, go ahead and use that one. Just make sure, again, it's working well for your overall skin type. Your cleanser should not irritate your skin nor dry out your skin in any way. And so when using a different cleanser as I'm currently using, please read on the back of the packaging on how you should properly use it, since the application can sometimes change. Do you need to apply your cleanser on wet skin or on dry skin? So that's really what what can change, and if you can use your cleanser around the eyes or if you should avoid the eye area. Now in this example with the Hydro Boost Gel Cleanser, I need to apply it on wet skin. So the first step that I'm going to do is now wetting my face, neck and hands with lukewarm water to warm water, and then I'm going to apply the cleanser onto wet skin and massage it all over. So let's go ahead and do this. So, and then go ahead and use about 1 to 2 pumps, so about a coin size amount of your cleanser in the palm of your hand. About that much. Rub your hands together and gently massage it all over your face and neck for about 30 seconds to a minute. So, and once you have massaged it all over your face and neck, you can go ahead and rinse it off with lukewarm water to warm water. Now, if you should have troubles removing the cleanser properly from the skin by just using your hands, feel free and use a fresh and soft washcloth in between which you can wet, and this can help you to remove the cleanser a bit better. So, and now go ahead and take a fresh towel and pat the skin dry. So once you have pat the skin dry, you can immediately move on to the next step. Now again, if you have an entire setup of a skincare routine, you would immediately follow on with your toning step, then maybe exfoliants, serums and treatments, and then you finish with your moisturizer in the evening or your second last step during daytime. However, when it comes to keeping it as simple as possible, you can immediately follow on with the moisturizer application once you're done with washing your face. So go ahead and either use the water gel or the gel cream, which one you prefer, go ahead and use it. One thing that won't change is the overall application and how much you're going to use, since both are in a jar. So my best advice would be just go ahead and use your clean finger, dip into the jar, and then use about that much more or less for your face and neck. This should be enough for your face and neck. However, if you have a drier skin type, you can use a bit more, since then your skin will probably absorb the product a bit quicker, which is completely fine. Then go ahead and use a bit more so that you can blend it further down where you have missed some areas. But overall, make sure that you have a very even and thin layer of the moisturizer when doing the application. And you can use the moisturizer on the eye contour, such as this part right here, as well as above. When it comes to the brow bone area, you can go ahead and apply it around the eye. Just make sure to not get it into your eyes, and please do not get it into your mouth. If that's the case, rinse it with water. So go ahead, use a bit of your moisturizer and then apply it evenly all over. So, and once you have applied your moisturizer all over your face and neck, you're going to leave it on the skin desk, no need to wash it off. Now this can be the last step in your evening skincare routine, or when being at home and not being exposed to the sun, this can be the last step. However, when being exposed to the sun during daytime, then please don't forget to follow with sun protection afterwards. And so if you want to see how you can properly apply a moisturizer with SPF or your regular sunscreen afterwards, I have a specific guide for you in the top right corner, which you then can check out to see the overall amount of product that you need to use as well as the application. However, if you want to keep it simple, well, this can be the last step in your evening skincare routine. And I do hope that you enjoyed this video, that you find this video helpful. And if you enjoyed it, please don't forget to give thumbs up as well as share it. And if you now want to know more about skincare and how you can do the different applications depending on what skincare products you may have at home, I have several videos on my YouTube channel, which feel free to check them out. I'm going to leave some of them at the end of this video so that you can keep on watching. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you soon in the next one. Happy skincaring. Bye!